Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh. Welcome to our special Labor Day news coverage. The JIS team has been in the field since early this morning, capturing this year's Labor Day projects right across the island. We have the highlights. But first, Prime Minister Andrew Holness held a press conference yesterday evening and announced a reshuffle of his cabinet and the merging of some portfolios to create two new ministries. One of the two new ministries has mining added to the agriculture and fisheries portfolio, with Floyd Green as minister and Franklin Witter his Minister of State. The other is the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, led by Darrell Vaz and supported by Minister of State J.C. Hutchinson. Other changes include the appointment of Pernell Charles Jr. as Minister of Labor and Social Security following the resignation of Carl Samuda. Newly appointed Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon will assume the role of Minister without Portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister and will have direct oversight for skills and digital transformation. Prime Minister Holness says she will be responsible for liaising with the private sector and the Hart NSDA Trust to address skill gaps.
And so we need to pay attention to that so that we are training people to be job ready, not just for the skills of the past, but more so the skills of the future that will drive growth in our economy.
Other changes announced by the Prime Minister include the appointment of Marcia Smith as Minister of State in the Ministry of Education and Youth and State Minister Orlando Terrylong moving to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Other state minister moves include Xavier Main heading to the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service and Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn at the Ministry of National Security. Labor Day is being observed under the theme Plant a Tree for Life, promoting climate change mitigation, food security and road safety. That was on full display at the National Project, where Prime Minister Andrew Holness led a team of volunteers in planting trees along Highway 2000. We now join Letitia Bailey Roberts, who has been on location since early this morning.
I'm here at the Labor Day 2023 National Tree Planting Project along Highway 2000 in the vicinity of Heartlands Exchange. This portion of land that will be used for planting is approximately 3.2 kilometers long with an average width of 50 meters. Persons have been here since 6 a.m. this morning. Holes have been dug to accommodate the trees that will be planted here today. And as you can see, this area is already divided into plots of half acres to be precise. These are for corporate entities with large groups or more, and they will have the opportunity to brand their plot for the day.
It is a very important thing that we are undertaking. And so the labor of the country that has always been responsible for the development of the country on this day is taking time out to voluntarily contribute time and effort to this very important cause that we acknowledge on Labor Day.
It's important to follow up, especially with things like tree planting, because, if you don't water the trees regularly and so on, you might find that they don't survive. So, it's one thing to plant a tree, but you need to have the follow-up to ensure that it is indeed a sustained project.
The work continues here along Highway 2000. The aim, planting 10,000 trees. I am Letitia reporting for JIS News.
Staying in the corporate area, we now join Katie Lloyd Knight, who was at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation's projects in the Marvally and Duhaney Park communities.
Thank you, Stephen. With the ongoing theme, Planting a Tree for Life, promoting climate change mitigation, food security and road safety, community members flocked to Marvally Park to take part in this major tree planting effort.
We are renovating the Marvally Park and we are putting in trees as we go along. The renovation of the park is in keeping with our vision and the general policy position of the government in terms of providing facilities like these for our residents, as it's part of what makes up the quality of life.
We are in partnership with the KSAMC to plant some trees today. Trees that we're planting today is the poor man's orchid, it's the pink pui and the yellow pui. We need to plant more trees that we can cut down the carbon dioxide more and get better air to breathe.
It doesn't stop there. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation continue the mission by planting trees at Duhaney Park to provide beauty and a shade. That's what's going on in my neck of the woods, but there's more happening in downtown Kingston. I'm Katie Lloyd Knight for JIS News.
Thank you, Kadia. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation KSAMC Labor Day project got off in earnest this morning. From as early as 9, workers were seen carrying out activities to build canopies so that persons waiting on Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC buses would no longer have to wait in the sun or the rain for the buses they need to get to their destination.
So we decided that we would now make preparations to put in a canopy area, sort of waiting area for those persons who are taking the buses or waiting on their transportation to exit downtown a little more comfortably.
All these works won't be completed today, but it is the start of our Labor Day project. We started this last week and we intend to complete it within the next 4 weeks. So we're starting here in South Parade, but we intend to continue throughout the remainder of the year out in North Parade.
Right across the country, pedestrian crossings were repainted and signage erected to promote road safety. Tasha Ann Miller reports from 2 such projects where students are to be the main beneficiaries.
Thank you, Stephen. Students from St. Teresa Preparatory and Clancarty High will walk across freshly painted pedestrian crossings the next time they enter their school grounds. This is all thanks to the hard work of volunteers who are lending their hands to the cause for road safety. Work started as early as 7:30 this morning at St. Teresa Preparatory with scores of volunteers from the public and private sector. Labor Day 2023 is promoting road safety as the government focuses on reducing road fatalities.
Today, Labor Day, we chose to do St. Teresa in conjunction with the KSAC and National Works Agency, and of course the National Safety Council.
Usually when children cross the road, sometimes they don't really look left and right, but when you have the pedestrian crossing, they will see that the children are crossing the road.
Based on the amount of vehicular accidents involving pedestrians, when there's a pedestrian crossing and a stop line, it is vital for motorists to come to a stop and allow pedestrians to cross.
Over at Clancarty High, the work continued. So motorists driving along Deanery Road, please remember to slow down at our pedestrian crossings, come to a complete stop and allow our pedestrians to cross safely. Reporting for JIS News, I'm Tasha Ann Miller.
Our reporter Simone Reed-Hilton pulled double duty visiting the project sites in St. Catherine and Jamaica's soon-to-be 15th parish, Portmore.
It will be a total sprucing up of the Ureton market that will go beyond Labor Day. The scope of work includes painting of the structure, debushing, replacement of stalls, refurbishing of the bathroom, and repaving of the entrance. Works overseer at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation gave a timeline for the expected completion.
Our timeline is by Friday because we have a major market day on Saturday here at Ureton Market.
And why was this market chosen?
It needed their repair, and as a result of that, we decided that we're going to choose the Ureton Market.
Meanwhile, over in Portmore, the road safety aspect of the Labor Day theme was evident with the construction of walkway along this strip in the vicinity of the Portmore Heart Academy. Pedestrian crossing was also painted and 20 trees planted to symbolize 20 years of Portmore as a municipality.
That is our contribution, and of course it is a part that is used by the community, it is used by the basic school, and we have all those things in mind when we place the trees at this area.
Our regional teams were also out visiting the Labor Day projects in various parishes, including Trelawney, where tree planting was again the focus. The Trelawney Municipal Corporation planted about 30 ornamental and fruit trees on the compound of the Falmouth Homeless Shelter and others at various divisions in the parish.
We are planting trees that will, in a short time, benefit the people who attend the shelter and the homeless shelter and the drop-in center.
In keeping with the road safety component of Labor Day 2023, the Trelawney Municipal Corporation also painted a pedestrian crossing that's in close proximity to the homeless shelter. This is expected to benefit students in the area.
So that they will keep safe, so that they'll be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor.
And finally, our coverage of Labor Day activities today also included the annual floral tribute in honor of national hero Sam Sharp, the main instigator of the 1831 Slave Rebellion. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport Olivia Grange led the tribute at the National Heroes Park.
He gave his life so that today we all can now live our own lives enjoying our personal and collective rights and freedoms, including the right to life and to the choice of where, how, and for whom we will work.
A second floral tribute was held simultaneously at Sam Sharp Square in Montego Bay. And that's it for this special JIS Labor Day newscast. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.